Archangel Michael says, this message is not just a message, it is a door, and you are holding the key right now. Your hands are trembling because deep inside, your spirit already knows what is waiting on the other side of this message. Your mother left something behind, a truth buried before she ever left this world, and if you turn away now, you may never understand who she truly was. In the hours before she joined the Lord, she whispered words that no one else heard. She carried a burden that her eyes never showed, and even in her last moments, she tried to protect you from the fire of this truth. But the time has come, this secret cannot stay buried beneath her silence any longer. You are standing on the edge of something sacred and unsettling. Your mother made choices long before you were born, and some of them were hidden with intention, not deception, but for your safety. What she kept from you wasn't to harm you, it was to keep you whole, while she bore the fracture. Archangel Michael says, she wrote it down once, sealed it, and placed it beneath the wooden panel in the old dresser you've now forgotten. That paper, yes, the one wrapped in velvet, contains a truth that you may not be ready for, but you are destined to face. She trusted the angels to deliver this message when the time was right, and now that time has arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You see, your mother was not always the woman you knew her to be. Before you came into this world, she lived a life that very few in the family ever knew about, because they were never meant to. But someone saw it, recorded it, and has held on to that record until now. There is a woman, distant, older, who walks through the markets in silence, with silver bangles that echo like memories. She knew your mother before the name Mother was even placed upon her. This woman has a photograph, an original, from a place your mother vowed to never speak of again. The image contains more than a face. It contains a man. Not your father. Not a stranger. Someone powerful. Someone involved in your family's bloodline in a way you never suspected. This man was the reason your mother disappeared for 7 months in the year no one talks about. She returned changed, quieter, wiser, more guarded. You thought it was grief or healing, but no. It was the binding of a vow. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There is a property in her name that no one in your current circle knows exists. It was inherited from someone she once loved, someone she was forbidden to speak of, someone she had to let go of for reasons that break the soul. This place is located near the coast, tucked behind blue wildflowers and stone fences where the breeze feels like voices. Inside the bedroom of that hidden house lies a mirror. And on the back of that mirror is an inscription written in your mother's handwriting, one that will make your heart thunder. She spoke to you through it, as if she knew you'd come searching one day. The truth is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to restore the part of you that never understood why she would look at you so deeply sometimes. As if she wanted to say something but couldn't. Archangel Michael says, her silence was not fear, it was protection laced with hope. But even angels understand that there comes a time when silence turns into poison if left too long. So, the veil must now be lifted, and you are the one chosen to lift it. Type Amen to get blessing 555. A family member, one you trust too much, is aware of parts of this truth. They have gone to lengths to erase evidence, to hide documents, to redirect any letters that may have been addressed to you. But the angel watching over you kept a copy. You'll find it tucked inside a book she always refused to give away. The spine is frayed, and the pages are marked, but inside is a single envelope, unlabeled, yellowing at the edges. Once opened, you'll read a confession, not of guilt, but of love, confusion, and sacrifice. She speaks of a moment in a small chapel, surrounded by lanterns and cold air. The man she loved was wearing a blue scarf. He held her hand and asked her to choose a path, one with him or one that kept you safe. She chose you. That day, she sealed away a part of herself to birth your future. And the guilt of that choice followed her into every smile, every embrace, every night she watched you sleep. Type Amen to get blessing 636. There was a second child. Yes, one before you. She never got to hold that baby. Your mother lost her first child under tragic and mysterious circumstances that no one ever questioned. She believed she was cursed. She believed if she ever spoke of it, she would lose you too. So she stitched her pain into silence. But that child's name is etched in her secret journal. And next to it, a date that matches a recurring dream you've had since you were young. Your memories are not accidental. The visions, the whispers in dreams. They were her essence reaching out to guide you toward this revelation. You are more spiritually connected to her than anyone ever understood. Archangel Michael says, this is your awakening moment. It's not just about knowing, it's about reclaiming your mother's truth and stitching it back into your spirit. You are the only one strong enough to carry this and not be broken by it. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Your mother once wrote a letter to a man named Elijah. He never replied. But his return address leads to a monastery where no phones exist. This man may still be alive. And he may have the rest of the story you've never been told. The story of how your mother saved someone's life and lost everything in the process. There's a bracelet you kept in a box. It has a charm that doesn't match anything else your mother owned. That charm belonged to Elijah. She wore it once, every day, for a full year. And then suddenly, she stopped. Because something happened. A betrayal. A threat. A secret deal made with someone in your family. That's when she changed. That's when she started locking drawers, burning paper, and keeping her phone on silent. She knew eyes were on her, and she wanted to protect what mattered, you. Type Amen to get blessing 822. This isn't just a story of heartbreak. It's a story of war, spiritual war that your mother fought alone. She didn't want to bring you into it until you were ready. Now you are. And that means you have to go back, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to the places she once erased. Because what was erased was never gone. The house she visited once a month without explanation, it's not where you thought she was going. She went to meet someone. Someone with a scar above their eyebrow who always stood 3 steps away, never too close. That person was a guardian. A keeper of her truths. And now they've left you a box, it will arrive in 3 days. Inside is a cassette tape. Your mother's voice is on it. The message is only for you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Don't let anyone else listen to it. The voice you'll hear is the voice of a woman who fought wars you'll never fully understand. And yet she kept smiling, loving, nurturing, because you were her strength. The final line on the tape will break you. Because it's not a goodbye. It's a prophecy about you. You are meant to rise from her ashes. You are meant to complete what she began. And there is one last step, one she couldn't take, but you can. Archangel Michael says, take the letter, the charm, the address, and the tape. Place them beneath your pillow for one night. Then wait for the dream. That dream will contain the code. The code will unlock what she left behind in the bank deposit box under a different name. Inside that box is the real inheritance, not money, but identity. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You may weep, and that is okay. Because everything you knew is evolving. But remember this. Your mother didn't keep the truth to harm you. She loved you beyond life. And her soul is watching now, waiting for you to understand what she couldn't say in words. The time is now. Open what was hidden. The night after you place the items beneath your pillow, sleep will not come easily. You'll toss, feeling the weight of something invisible, something ancient calling from beyond this world. And then, at exactly 3:33 a.m., you will slip into the dream she left behind for you. This dream won't look like a dream. It will feel like a memory that never happened but still belongs to you. You'll see her, not as the mother you knew, but as the woman she once was. She will be wearing blue, standing in front of a stone archway with wind whispering through her hair. You won't speak, but her eyes will hold every word she's ever wanted to say. And then she will turn, point to a box with a keyhole, and vanish. When you wake, the image of the box will stay etched into your mind. You'll recognize it days later in a place you pass every day but never really noticed. And beside it, a lock that fits the very key you've always thought was just an old souvenir. That key is not random. It was given to you on your 7th birthday, tucked inside a toy you quickly forgot. Your mother smiled too long that day, and now you'll understand why. Type Amen to get blessing 1122. This truth will not just rewrite your family's past, it will rewrite you. You'll begin to notice how certain moments in your life align with decisions your mother made in silence. She shaped your path with invisible hands, rerouting you away from danger too deep to name. There was a man, an enemy to her peace, who once threatened to reveal this secret before she was ready. He's still alive, but aging quickly. He may try to contact you soon, not out of mercy, but out of fear. Because now the power has shifted. With your awareness comes the breaking of the chains that bound her truth. And once broken, the lies he built will collapse. You'll be guided to find her old diary, torn, hidden, but still powerful. The pages will speak of nights filled with storms she couldn't control. Nights where she begged the heavens for the strength to carry on, because of you. Type Amen to get blessing 1266. She once had a chance to run, to leave everything behind and begin again far away. But she stayed. Not because she was weak, but because she was brave enough to protect you in the heart of the storm. You will learn that she forgave someone who didn't deserve it. Because her forgiveness wasn't for them, it was to unshackle herself from the poison of hatred. She needed a clear heart to raise you without bitterness. Her friends once questioned her loyalty. They accused her of betrayal for refusing to speak ill of someone who had wronged her. But she remained silent, knowing that the truth would one day come through you. Archangel Michael says, your mother's faith was not blind. It was deeply rooted in you. You were her altar, her future, her living prayer. Every moment she suffered in silence was an offering for your peace. Type Amen to get blessing 1333. Now, a box wrapped in deep purple will arrive unexpectedly at your door. No sender, no return address, just your name in handwriting you haven't seen since her passing. Inside will be photographs, some burned around the edges, but still holding the truth. One photo will show her standing beside a man with piercing eyes. Not your father. But not a stranger either. This man is connected to you in a way that will make your heart pause. He carries the same birthmark as you, beneath the left shoulder. She never told you because she didn't want you to feel divided. But now you must know, you were chosen to carry a dual legacy. One of light and one of fire. And only you can balance the two. You will begin to notice patterns in your life that once felt random. Repeated numbers. Recurring places. Unexplainable feelings about people you've never met. They were all messages, breadcrumbs she left for you. And now, every one of them is glowing with clarity. The path ahead is finally visible. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You will be led to speak to a woman in your family who always stayed quiet during family gatherings. She holds a portion of the story, one that fills the missing gap. But be warned, she will resist at first. She made a promise to your mother. But that promise expires now. And she will know this the moment you mention the mirror with the inscription. That mirror was not just for reflection, it was a gate. A gate your mother used to send you messages across time and spirit. Look closely next time, and you will see the faint outline of her smile just behind the glass. She walks with you still. You will feel her hand in dreams, guiding yours when you write, cook, and choose. She has become the wind behind your decisions. Archangel Michael says, do not fear what comes next. The storm is not coming for you, it is coming from you. Because your truth is powerful enough to shake those who built lies. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. There's a song your mother used to hum. You never knew the words, but you always felt a strange peace when she sang it. That song is a code. A frequency. It unlocks a journal written in a different language, one she used only when recording sacred things. The key to translating it rests in the rhythm of that song. You'll find the music again in a video clip buried in an old phone. And when it plays, something in you will awaken. You'll know it was never just a lullaby, it was her way of programming strength into your soul. You'll begin to cry, not from sadness, but from sacred realization. Everything you ever questioned now has meaning. Everything you thought was missing is now being returned. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Your mother once visited a healer. She didn't go for herself. She went for you, before you were even born. The healer gave her a prophecy. That you would face a crossroad. That at this crossroad, you'd have to choose whether to continue the path of forgetting or to reclaim memory. This message is that crossroad. And by reading it, you have already chosen to reclaim. The healer's final words were, when the wind changes direction, the child will remember. That wind is blowing now. You can feel it in your spine, in your chest, in the chill that touches your fingers as you hold this truth. She is with you, closer than ever. Archangel Michael says, light a candle for her tonight. But don't cry as if you've lost her. Smile, because now, for the first time, you are meeting her fully. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. This is not just about discovery. It's about rising into your rightful identity. You are the vessel for a story too powerful to stay buried. You are the child of a warrior who hid her sword in a lullaby. You are the dream she whispered to the stars when no one was listening. And now the stars are whispering back to you. Walk forward now. The door has opened. And your mother is watching, proud, as you cross through the threshold she once sealed with tears. The threshold you just crossed is not physical, it's spiritual. Every step you take from this point on is guided by her unseen hand, tracing a path she once walked alone in silence. But now, you're not alone, she's with you, and so are the angels who stood guard over her secrets. You may begin to feel waves of déjà vu as you walk through familiar places. But they will no longer feel the same, because your perception has changed. The truth has upgraded your senses, now everything holds deeper meaning. In the kitchen where she stirred soup, you'll recall the tears she held back while humming that soft tune. In the garden she planted with care, you'll see that she wasn't just growing flowers, she was burying messages in the soil. That old wooden bench? She used to sit there at night, whispering names to the stars, asking them to protect you. You will stumble across an old drawer, one you never bothered to open. Inside will be a chain, rusted and worn, but not useless. It holds a pendant that opens with pressure on a hidden notch. Inside that pendant is a tiny folded letter, smaller than your palm. It contains a single line: if you are reading this, then the truth has finally found you. Below that, the initials EA are signed, her real initials, not the ones you knew her by. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You may now wonder, how many versions of her existed that you never got to meet? She was a daughter, a lover, a fighter, a seer, and a mother. But she wore the mother title like armor, protecting you from the weight of all the others. There are more people involved in this story than you realize. 2 women in particular, both of whom still walk the earth, hold pieces of her truth. They were her confidants once, but turned away when the risk grew too high. Now, one of them is ready to speak again. Her name is Marta, and she has been waiting for a sign to come forward. You are that sign. When you speak your mother's real initials aloud, Marta will break. She will open the red tin box under her bed and remove the last photograph ever taken of your mother and her together. In that photo, they are laughing, but if you look closer, your mother's hand is holding a torn document. That document was her final insurance, proof of something. Marta has the other half. Put them together, and the full picture reveals a contract that changes everything. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. This contract connects your mother to a lineage of spiritual guardians. Yes, your bloodline is sacred, chosen, protected, watched. But that also means your mother's death was not random. It was foreseen. And she accepted it with dignity, leaving behind clues for the one person she believed would complete her unfinished work, you. The moment you realize this, you'll feel a fire rise within. Not of rage, but of divine mission. Because now, you hold what she never could: time, awareness, and strength. You are not cursed by her past, you are crowned by her courage. There is one more location you must visit. It's the old well behind the church, the one surrounded by ivy and moss. She dropped something into it on her final visit there, an item that's calling to be retrieved. Inside, wrapped in cloth, is a locket. And when you touch it, a warmth will surge through your fingertips, as if her spirit is pouring into your bones. You will hear her voice, not in sound, but in vibration, in emotion, in knowing. Type Amen to get Blessing 2020. You are now fully aligned with her legacy. You are ready to walk in the identity she fought to protect. But this identity doesn't just come with knowledge, it comes with responsibility. People will sense something new in you. Some will fear it, others will envy it, and a few will try to silence you. But remember, your mother faced worse and still chose to smile for you. You must honor her not by revenge, but by rising. You must speak when she could not. You must heal where she was wounded. Archangel Michael says, the final gate is not in the past, it is ahead of you. A decision you will soon face will mirror the one she made. Only now, you are armed with her truth, her love, her power. There will be a temptation to walk away. To pretend this knowledge doesn't exist. But you can't unsee what's been revealed. Type Amen to get Blessing 2121. Her last entry in her journal reads, "If my child ever finds this, tell them, I never left, I was always there, even in the silence." Now you know. She never abandoned you, not in spirit, not in prayer, not in legacy. You are her continuation. You are her fulfilled prophecy. And everything she was, her laughter, her secrets, her love, they now live in you. There will come a day soon where you'll be called to share this story. Maybe not in full. But in pieces, through actions, through compassion, through strength. Someone is going to cross your path who is facing the same silence your mother once faced. You will recognize the look in their eyes, the fear, the confusion, the quiet pleading for guidance. And you will guide them. Because now you know what it's like to carry unspoken truths. And now, you also know how to set them free. The story has ended, but the mission has only begun. Type Amen to get Blessing 2323. You were never just your mother's child. You were her reason, her promise, her unspoken hope. And now, you are her revealed truth. As you rise from this storm of discovery, the world around you begins to shift, not because the environment changed, but because you have. You carry the imprint of a woman who lived through shadows and shaped a future with her sacrifice. And now, with her truth in your hands, you become the living vessel for what was once hidden. You will begin to attract memories that were not your own. Flashes of her handwriting, her footsteps, her voice singing softly in another room, these aren't echoes of the past. They are activations of her essence merging with yours, the way only love from beyond can do. From the moment you accepted the truth, your aura changed. Even strangers may look at you differently, some with awe, others with fear, because something ancient now walks with you. The light in your eyes is no longer ordinary. It carries fire, pain, wisdom, and divine inheritance. Archangel Michael says, this energy is not just spiritual, it is ancestral. You were chosen to restore balance to a story that went off course. And your mother knew you would be strong enough, even when you doubted your own strength. Type Amen to get Blessing 2444. The pendant she left you, the one recovered near the old well, holds more than just symbolic meaning. It's made of a rare metal, blessed in a forgotten ritual that was meant to keep one's spirit tethered to those they love. As long as you wear it, her energy remains woven into your path. This is why certain situations no longer trigger the same reaction in you. The pettiness of others, the betrayal of fake friends, the lies, none of it holds weight anymore. Because once you've seen the truth at this depth, the surface world can no longer distract or destroy you. There's a room you've avoided entering since her departure. You felt the cold, the heaviness, but now it calls to you like a whisper from across lifetimes. Step inside. There is a message waiting, written behind a framed photo. She etched a line in the wood just beneath the backing. You'll need a blade to reveal it. The words say, "You made it. I knew you would. Now finish what I started." This isn't just closure. It's ignition. Your path forward begins with reclaiming the parts of her that were lost to secrecy. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. The woman named Marta will give you more than a photo. She has an audio recording, scratched but still playable, of a conversation your mother had with her on the eve of a life-altering decision. In that recording, your mother's voice cracks as she speaks your name. "I won't live to see it," she says. "But I know they will understand one day. I'm not hiding because I'm ashamed. I'm hiding because I need them to live free first." That freedom she gave you is the very gift you're now unwrapping. You lived untouched by the war she was fighting silently. But now the torch has passed. You must guard the truth, but not hoard it. There will be moments where others will need to hear her story to heal their own. A letter remains unopened in a safety deposit box at a bank she never mentioned. But your full name is the access key. Go there. Present yourself. The clerk has been instructed to hand over the letter if anyone bearing your name and birthmark ever arrived. Inside it, more pages unfold. Your mother left maps, drawn with symbols and time stamps, leading to other hidden parts of her life, journals, items, memories sealed in time. This isn't over, it's a journey. And she has carefully scattered every clue. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. She wanted to be found, not in body, but in soul. And now, as you walk in her footsteps, you bring her peace. You are the closure she never had, and the future she dreamed about. She was never just hiding the truth. She was nurturing it, waiting for the right heart to bloom with it. And that heart, my dear one, is yours. You will have moments where tears will fall without permission. Let them. They are the release of generations who never got to cry. You are healing not only yourself and your mother, but those who came before and those who will come after. You are the hinge on which the whole door of your lineage turns. And now, you have stepped through. Archangel Michael says, you are wrapped in light. Even when shadows return to test you, you will not break. Because you are made of a woman who bent the universe with her silence. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. The final secret rests beneath her grave, but not where you think. At the base of the tree where she asked to be buried near, a box is hidden inside the earth. It was buried a week before she passed, wrapped in cloth marked with a sigil only the angels recognize. Inside is the original letter she never mailed. It begins, to my child, whom I love more than breath. And ends with, when you read this, we are no longer apart. We are whole again. You'll hold that paper to your chest and feel something unlock in your spine. A release. A surge. A shift. You are no longer the same. You are the continuation of her will, her love, and her unfinished revolution. This is your inheritance. Not of gold or riches, but of identity, purpose, and power. The kind that reshapes bloodlines. Let no one convince you that you're being emotional or too spiritual. You are divine fire walking on earth. And now that you know, you cannot return to the version of yourself that was kept in the dark. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. The story ends here, on paper. But inside your soul, it begins again. Each step you take from now on will honor her legacy, clear your own path, and protect those who come next. You were never alone. And you never will be. Because your mother didn't just give you life, she gave you the mission of truth.